Welcome to a special edition of the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is The Mason Behind Memorial Day by Brother Maynard Edwards, 32nd degree, KCCH, and comes from the May-June 2019 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. Though many Americans have come to view Memorial Day as the unofficial start of summer, the holiday itself, first observed in 1868 as Decoration Day, is, of course, meant to provide a time of remembrance for those members of the armed forces who paid the ultimate price in the service of our nation. Most communities pause before firing up the grill to pay tribute to the fallen. All across America, wreaths are laid, taps played, and the colors lowered by members of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the American Legion, and of course, Masonic lodges. It is altogether fitting that Masons are highly involved in Memorial Day observances, as it was Brother John A. Logan, 32nd degree, who is credited with formalizing a day for the remembrance of the fallen. Born in Illinois in 1826, Logan served in the Mexican-American War in the Volunteer Illinois Infantry and was elected to Congress in 1858. He was a skilled orator and often was called upon to defend the Union's political positions in the months leading up to the Civil War. When war broke out in 1861, Brother Logan quickly joined a Michigan regiment and fought at the First Battle of Bull Run. After that battle, he returned to Illinois, where he was made a colonel in the 31st Illinois Regiment. Logan was dubbed Black Jack by his men because of his black eyes and hair, as well as his intense demeanor. Brother Logan, a natural leader, was quickly promoted to the rank of Major General of the Volunteers. He served under General William T. Sherman until the war's end in 1865. In 1868, Brother Logan helped to form the Grand Army of the Republic, GAR, a veterans group made up of former Union soldiers. As the second commander-in-chief of the GAR, on May 5, 1968, Logan ordered that May 30th be set forth by the GAR as Decoration Day, a day dedicated to decorating the graves of the Union men lost in the Civil War. In what was known as General Order 11, Logan said, "The 30th of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in the defense of their country during the late rebellion, and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land." The date of May 30th was chosen by Logan because it was not the anniversary of any particular battle. It should be noted that the custom of decorating soldiers' graves predates Logan's order. In fact, the tradition was first observed by a ladies' group in Savannah, Georgia, who made it a point to annually place flowers on the graves of Confederate dead beginning in April 1866. Brother Logan's order was the first such commemoration in the North, however, and it was quickly adopted by other northern states. In 1871, Michigan became the first state to make Decoration Day an official state holiday, and by 1890, all of the other northern states had followed suit. With the arrival of the 20th century, the various Union and Confederate versions of Decoration Day, all held on different dates, merged into one day to honor all who had died in military service. The May 30th date that Logan had initially mandated became the date used in almost every state and municipality. After World War II, the term Decoration Day was abandoned in favor of Memorial Day. As the decorations and ceremonies of the day became more elaborate and attended by large crowds, it was not long before picnic lunches were incorporated into the day's events. These picnics have evolved into the Memorial Day cookouts which many Americans enjoy today. Finally, in 1968, a full 100 years after Major General Logan's Decoration Day order, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which created the national holiday, designating it to be observed on the last Monday in May. The law took effect in 1971, and in May of that year, Americans got their first official Memorial Day weekend. Aside from his service to the GAR, Brother John Logan spent his post-war years in Congress, first in the House and then the Senate, where he served for the remainder of his life. As a congressman in 1868, he was one of the managers for the impeachment of Andrew Johnson. In 1884, he was nominated for vice president on the Republican ticket with presidential candidate James Blaine, a bid that was unsuccessful. Brother Logan's Masonic career started in 1851, having been raised in Mitchell Lodge No. 85 of Pinckneysville, Illinois, and later that year affiliating with Benton Lodge No. 64 in Benton, Illinois. He became a Scottish Rite Mason in 1880 in Chicago, and in 1885 received his Royal Arch and Templar degrees. In September 1886, Brother Logan was elected to receive the 33rd degree, but he died on December 26th of that year, before the degree could be conferred. Numerous monuments and landmarks are named for Brother Logan, including Logan Square in Chicago and Logan Circle in Washington, D.C., only a few blocks away from the Supreme Council headquarters at the House of the Temple. Both of those spots feature equestrian statues of Major General Logan. He is also the namesake of Logan County, Kansas, Logan County, Oklahoma, home of the Scottish Rite Valley of Guthrie, Logan County, Colorado, as well as dozens of other towns across the country. Upon his death, Brother John Logan lay in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda and was interred in the United States Soldiers and Airmen's Home National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. In our modern era, our regard for General Logan has been somewhat eclipsed by many of his more well-known contemporaries, but in his day he was held in the highest esteem, so much that his name is one of only 3 mentioned in the Illinois State Song, simply titled Illinois, the other 2 being Abraham Lincoln and Ulysses S. Grant. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 32nd degree, KCCH, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.